What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. We'll talk about it. Do me a favor, hit that like, and if you're new, hit that subscribe. It's free to you, but it mean a lot to me. Hey, man, I just wanted to drop in and say thank you, man. I just I want to say thank you because there's a lot of people that rock with me. They rock with me, and I appreciate that. Um, you don't have to, but you do. Blackbird, what up, brother? I really appreciate that, because like I said, y'all ain't got to, but y'all do it anyway. And I do want to apologize. I'm apologize because I always talk about self-reflection, right? And this is something I do every day. And not the fact that people have expectations on me, but I put it on myself. I created this channel as a positive channel where people can come, we can discuss things that affect all of us. And I use myself a lot of times as an example. I use how I overcame in a tool. Hurt, appreciate you, sir. No, I didn't. I tried, but yeah, my son woke up. He been woke since like 5:30 and just been running amok. But I'm gonna get some rest. And everybody been, there's a lot of people been sending me well wishes, and I appreciate that. But I do apologize because the live I did, I was functioning out of the emotion and frustration. And I recognize that. I could have did. The only thing I could have did different was, not respond. Um, JC, what up, Juju, Miss Queen, what up? Only other thing I could have did different was not respond. But uh, I'm not gonna apologize for responding. But I was functioning out of emotional frustration. I recognize that I sit up here and talk about being in control of the emotions and another teachable moment. I don't think I was disrespectful, but at the same time, um, I was still functioning. So I do apologize for that. That ain't something normal. It ain't what I'm gonna be doing on this channel. I'm gonna be talking about what we've been talking about, things that everybody can benefit from. I'm gonna share information. Hopefully, people still come back and share information with me. Cat Daddy, what's up, brother? And that's what I'm gonna do moving forward. But sometimes you do got to get things off your chest because I ain't gonna lie, I'm still human. So that would have bothered me for a minute. Now it's off my chest. I can move forward and keep it moving and go back to. And you're right, Juju. You know, um, I don't feel like I did nothing wrong, but anytime I self-reflect, like I said, if it's teachable, I'm gonna be honest about it. That's it. I'm gonna be honest about it, and I'd be a hypocrite if I point things out in other people and don't point it out in myself. Like I said, I'm gonna be working on myself until the day I die. But I'm aware, and when I do stuff like that, I'm gonna call myself out. You know, I'm gonna call Shay, what up? I'm gonna call myself out, and that's what I did. But it is what it is. You know, uh, I ain't perfect, but shit, I ain't gonna let nobody stop me from trying to be. Just because we ain't perfect don't mean we shouldn't strive for it. And I am, because not only do I want to set a good example for anybody watching my content, but I got a son, you know, and I'm responsible for that. I'm responsible for showing and teaching my son what a man is, and I'm always do that. So I'm always, hold myself to a high standard, and I'm gonna hold myself accountable. And when I do something and I recognize it, I'm exposing myself. Don't worry about it. You ain't got to. But I appreciate my brothers too for coming up there and looking out for your boy, because that switch could have got flipped, but it didn't. They kept me in line, and I appreciate that. And I know this. It's gonna be people. What up, Dubs in the house? What up, bro? It's gonna be people. You know, everybody who hit go live will make content experience. There's gonna be people who don't agree with you, see you different, and come at you. So people gonna do that with me too. So it's just an opportunity to learn from. Right? I'm human, Juju. You absolutely right. It's just an opportunity. But like I said, I still don't feel I was disrespectful or jumped out my body or nothing. But that part right there, um, the frustration, you know, and not even on that subject. It's just what I see, period. And like, I get frustrated when, you know, and this ain't no shot against no other race or nothing like that, but it frustrates me so much when black people come at black people. We always talk about what can we do to bring the community together, but we constantly get reminders why it's so hard. Other races come together despite their differences. They don't put their stuff in the public, but we do. That gotta stop. And I don't know if it can, honestly. 27, what up, though? I don't know if that can stop. Even when people ain't doing shit to other people, people find reasons to fuck with them anyway. And it's always the black people doing. Not saying no other races don't do it, but we do it to each other. Um, but we the ones who are constantly asking, what can we do to come together? And when you do get people trying to do things, it's still somebody to come in and try to do shit. So that's where the frustration came from. It's like, bro, I ain't fucking with nobody. I ain't talking shit about nobody. I'm trying to help my people. And my whole life, uh, especially like working in a hospital around predominantly white people, it's like I'm constantly trying to fight these stereotypes and my character being attacked for shit I didn't even do. And it's still happening. And it's like, come on, man. We got to do better. If we can't help one another, just stay the fuck away from one another. That's all we got to do. If we can't deal with one another, Penny, what up? Hustle, what up? True, what up? Hood, what up, bro? Like, shit, if we can't help one another, just stay the fuck away from one another. Especially when people trying to do some positive shit. I could see if I was out here doing some negative shit. Okay, yeah, do what you got to do, but I ain't bothering nobody. And that's because I don't want nobody bothering me. Cat Daddy said it before. People take kindness for weakness, and it's not the fact that somebody weak. A lot of people who come out and intentionally seek peace or try to be kind, they do they do it because of this. I know what war look like. I know what battling people look like. I did that shit. I'm tired of it. I'm past it. I don't want to do it no more. So I try to go out and be as humble as I possibly can. I don't bother nobody. I don't disrupt nobody. None of that shit because I know what comes with it. So I avoid it intentionally. But that ain't because I'm weak. That ain't because I can't talk shit. That ain't because I can't roast. I choose not to because it causes more problems than help sometimes. And I got real shit in life going on, as we all do. We all got families and trials and tribulations that we going through already. Don't nobody need no extra shit. So I ain't trying to give it to nobody. But you gonna have people for unknown reasons hell bent on uh, disrupting what you doing. And it's my job not to get distracted. And I'm grateful and thankful for y'all, Juju, Cat Daddy, Nate. I'm thankful, Perp. I'm thankful for all everybody in the chat. I'm thankful for y'all because y'all keep my head on straight. And you need that in life. You need people who you trust to hold you accountable. When you start detouring from the route you on, you need people who you trust, who believe in you, who understand you, who know how to communicate with you, to keep you in line, to keep you on that path. 'Cause, we all human. We all go make mistakes. We all go at some point eventually fall into an emotion. That's gonna happen, and that's why it's important to have the right people around you. and I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I do. Because without that, it's easy. It's easy to detour from the path. You know, life make it easy. There's always gonna be people trying to distract you and shit. And like I said, sometimes you go fall into. Um, I fell into the frustration emotion. I recognize it, and I'm aware of it. Even though I ain't jump out my skin, I don't think I was disrespectful or nothing like that. I could have went harder, but I didn't. 'Cause like I said, my intention ain't to break nobody down, but I'm not about to let you just fuck with me. That's not about to happen. Everybody got a right to defend themselves, and this is the important thing. You got to be careful because uh, you can't dictate how people defend themselves. Once you hit somebody, you can't get mad if they pull out a goddamn bazooka because you slapped them. You think that's overkill? No, you started it. You initiated shit. That's why I don't go around fucking with people. You might slap somebody, they might call Satan up and devour your ass, and you can't play victim after they do that because you started the shit. You know, that's like my OG used to tell me, uh, shit, don't hit nobody if you can't fight. Ain't no purpose of hitting nobody. And that happens a lot. That's why I don't play that victim shit. What up, Liz? Yeah, that's why I don't play that victim shit, man. You run around here slapping people and shit, and they pull out a goddamn bazooka and knock your shit off. Now you want to talk about overkill or I didn't deserve it? Like, go sit your ass down somewhere. And people do that shit all the time. I know it. I'm aware of it, and I seen the shit. I knew the shit was gonna happen. Um, and see, that's what I'm saying. We all built different. You know, I mean, I left it alone. I knew the shit was gonna happen. Um, like I said, I still ain't do what I wanted to do. 'Cause I have my brothers up there, but uh, like I said, I ain't about to fall into this shit. I'm gonna keep it moving. But appreciation is always good to show, especially when you got some real people around you. Just because they know their efforts and what they do ain't going unseen, ain't going unnoticed. So that's why I always show appreciation and gratitude. There's benefits in it, not only to the person you're giving it to, but yourself. It keeps you humble, um, and that's what it do for me. Y'all keep me humble, and I appreciate that so much. Mika, what up, though? But yeah, I just wanted to jump up here real quick because my son wouldn't let me sleep. But um, yeah, hopefully everything be copacetic after this. Like I said, you can't tell people how to defend themselves, and you can't tell them when to start and when to stop. That's why you just don't go around fucking with people, especially people you don't know. That shit is asinine. That shit is like it's no purpose. And black people, come on, man. If we can't build with one another, let's just leave each other alone. Marlene, how you doing? We can't come together on some positivity. Let's not get together with negative stuff. You know, black on black, uh, black people going on black people. That shit is a form of entertainment now. At some point, we got to stop entertaining people. We got to stop attacking one another, especially for no reason. Somebody do something, yeah, call that shit out. Um, justice need to be served, but if ain't nobody doing nothing, don't go making shit up. That shit crazy. It's like in real time, in real life, people get hurt for that. People actually lose their life. I know people who died. I know people who locked up because people made shit up because they was in their feelings about something. And instead of just being real and doing a self check because it's a problem with them and not somebody else, they go out and make up stories, play the victim, and then somebody get hurt. That gotta stop. Playing the victim don't benefit you. Being a victim don't benefit you. A real victim don't want to be a victim. People who go through stuff in real time in real life and become victims of circumstance, they don't want to be no victim. So don't go out and play victim. That shit crazy, man. That shit say way more about one person's character than the other one. And then you got a young. I'm not old. I'm not young though. I'm 38. I'm on here doing positive things. Young black man doing something positive. I'm growing slow because of that, and I'm fine with that. If I was coming on here beefing, I'd probably blow up because I got a slick tongue. I do. I can roast with the best of them. It's a conscious choice that I'm making because I'm trying, like Nate said, I'm trying to be the example. I'm trying to be the standard. I'm trying to be the person that people can point at, like, look, be like that. That's what I want to be. And does that make me better than anybody? I don't care. That's what I want to do. That's what I choose to do. I don't care if people feel like I'm trying to be better. Maybe I have to be better. Somebody got to do it. And then when I'm trying to do it, I'm being attacked by somebody who come on here and talk about cyberbullying. That shit crazy. Like I'm purposely avoiding you not saying nothing because I know what you've been through. And I'm not trying to put you through nothing now. But yet you still fucking with me. And it's months went past, right? Months went past. And I never said nothing. Uncle L, what up? And I never said nothing. I'm not even, it's people who contacted me in February and late January talking about this. And they asked me not to put them in it, and I'm not. But I didn't even disclose that then. And I won't do it now because I'm just real. Somebody asked me not to do something. I gave them my word. I gave them my word. But I don't even need to use it because people can observe in real time the shit you doing now. People can look at it and tell I put the video on private because I didn't want to make you look bad. And yet you still fucking with me. Like, make that make sense. That shit don't even make sense. And I'm just being honest. And yeah, I'm still a little frustrated. So what? I'm still a little frustrated because it's we complain about black people not coming together, and when we start doing it, somebody want to fuck it up. For what reason though? Like I don't see what you get out of it. I don't. I don't see what you get, but it ain't for me to see everything, right? And that's okay. All I know, I see what it is, and I'm not about to play no games with nobody. If I want to play, I got kids, nieces and nephews I can play with. I'm not about to play with no grown people. Cause I don't come over here for that. They got a whole sector for that. It's people over there ready, chomping their lips. They want to smoke. I'm straight. I'm straight. I ain't talking to you, Google. But yeah, we got to do better. I mean, and not even we doing better. We got to continue to set the example over here. Because it can be done. We doing it. And it's gonna be people who come on. It's okay. And see, Cat Daddy, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. This is what I was saying. I was being nice because I could have broke everything down and I didn't. I could have broke it down. I'm talking about to the atom, bro. I could have broke it down, and I know, and I'm not gonna do it because, like I said, if I do it, but it ain't nothing I've done. I'm just speaking upon action that was done. That's all I do. But that's true. A lot of times, instead of people elevating themselves, they just want to pull you down to their level so they can feel big. I ain't got time for that. If you fucking with me, I'm gonna naturally try to elevate you. I'm gonna pull you up with me, That's if you ain't on my level. And most of the people come in my chat, I know they are. And other people come in the chat just to listen to do so, to elevate to the chat. That's why the type of content that I make and the other content creators make. That's why I ask people to come up and share information. Is because I'm still learning. I'm still trying to elevate. Whatever tools or resources you got to make me a better person, I'm hoping you share because I'm willing to share. That's what I'm doing over here. Some people can't get with that. And instead of elevating themselves or building themselves up, they just want to knock you down so they can feel better about themselves. That ain't happening over here. You got me bent. You got me all the way bent. I'm not dummying myself down for nobody. Not gonna do it. And you know what, Cat Daddy, you're right. Because I still, even though I still feel a little bad now. I feel a little bad now. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because like I said, but it's something that I didn't do. It's everything that you did, you did. I didn't do it. You did it. Only thing I'm doing is I have to defend myself. That's it. And I don't even have to defend myself, but I'm gonna do it because I know that I'm not even gonna get on that because, like I said, I can't 100% fact prove it. Only thing I know it was some people rocking with me that ain't rocking with me no more. That's all I know. I can't say that's the reason because I didn't ask them, so I'm not. But it's just mighty funny, how that happened. But it's cool, you know. It's cool. And Marlene, you're right. This is why we can't build within our race. When I see people, like I'm like even Marlene got more subs than me. 755. All the people that I just recently met, they got more subs than me. I'm not hating on them. I ain't saying nothing negative. I'm trying to support them too. I want them to get even more subs. I congratulate when people have success. You know why? Because if they did it, that just shows me that it can be done. And if I work hard enough, guess what I can do? I can do what they did. Sometimes I'm gonna have to work harder. Most of the time, I'm gonna have to work hard. That's my intention. Anything I do, I try to outwork everybody. I see the hardest working person, see what they doing, and know I got to do more than them. Not to be better than them, but to get it, to achieve, to be successful. I have to be willing to go places and do things other people wouldn't. That's been my whole life, though. Even now with my eyesight, I'm not. I'm legally blind, documented. I can be saying, "Oh, woe is me," and all. Nah, fuck that. I do what they tell me I can't do. The only limits that we have is the ones we put on ourselves. So every time I find a limit, I try to break it. That's how ignorant I am. That's how much I want to. I don't want to be average. I don't want to be normal. So I do things not to be. I work hard. If it's physically working out or mentally working out, I just don't study books. I apply the information that I learn. I use that shit to see how it works. So even when I said I studied the religion, I practice them to the point where I understand the benefit out of doing the rituals in it. That's why I can talk about religion on a different level than most people because most people just read it. No, I did it. So I know what's the benefit. So this scripture, I understand the allegory and the parable now because I applied what they said. I lived that shit. A lot of people ain't willing to do it, but I do it, and it's intentional. I just refuse to be average. That's not me. I'm not saying that's how everybody's supposed to be. I'm just telling you that's me. That's what decision I made because I wanted to be the best version of myself. And the only way I can do that is by pushing myself every opportunity that I get. I push myself. If people
didn't do what I'm saying, we wouldn't have airplanes. You know, they laughed at the Wright brothers when they was talking about a flying machine. They laughed at them, and now we got first class. People got private jet. You ain't think they laughed at Walt Disney when he came out with Mickey Mouse? Now you got Disney, Disney World, Disney taking over everything, Paramount, all that. That's because one person believed in himself and refused to be average. That's why we have billionaires. That's why we have a LeBron James. That's why we have these spectacular people. It's because they refuse to be average. And that's what we all can do because it's a choice. You just got to put in the work. It ain't going to be easy. It ain't going to be fun. But after you do it, it'll be rewarding. It's not the fact that I feel like I'm better than anybody. It's the fact that my intent is to be the best version of myself. And to do that, I just got to work hard, you know? And that's what that is, you know? So even when I'm talking about humility, I got to practice that more. It's like I said, I ain't have to address it, but you only can poke at a bear too long. And I'm human. You know, there's a lot of stuff that I let go and didn't say nothing about. And I did it for a reason because I was practicing my humility, practicing my patience, practicing my understanding. I talk about benefit of the doubt. I knew it would eventually happen, but I was hoping it didn't. And that's how I moved forward, hoping it didn't happen. That's why I didn't say nothing. But like I said, you only can don't take so much. You only go ignore so much. But then I'm still responsible because I said what I said and I'm done saying it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Teachable moment. And I even used it to help people understand intention. Because I seen the intentions before it happened, before it occurred. I seen it. I knew it, and that's why I was able to avoid turning into the villain. But they ain't see the intentions of what they was doing. See the end result. A young black man on here trying to share information with other people. Hopefully, I can touch somebody's heart, make them think different, give them a tool, something they can use to be prosperous. And those who want to come together and build some shit, I'm here. That's all I'm trying to do. You as a melanated woman will try to tear that down, attack that character with nothing. What did I do? At least that's the whole funny part. At least say what I did. I mean, if I'm a bad person, please warn the people. Shit, warn me. Like I said, um, I'm open to criticism. It don't even have to be constructive. I'm open to criticism. If I'm doing something wrong, tell me. That way, uh, I can either identify or I can tell you how your perception is missing variables that you may consider and think differently. You know, S4, what up? Streets, what up? Maybe we can do that. You know, but I just get allegedly and character. What about the character? Am I stealing from the people? Am I deceiving the people? Am I getting them to secretly worship Satan? What am I doing? I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about behavior. And half of the time, I'm the butt of the joke. I'm the story. You know, I'm not coming on here in character. I done brought my mama on here. I done brought my daddy on here. My sisters on here. My wife. I mean, was- she gonna kill me later. Y'all done heard my wife snoring on here. Come on, man. What am I doing? What am I hiding? I got Hoffa in the basement? Like what is going on? That's all I'm trying to figure out. You know, and you tell me that, and then I'm cool. But I gotta let that go because I know it's manufactured, and nothing she says is gonna satisfy because I know I did nothing. Is just be look, man. We all have ideas, we all have thoughts, but it's the reason we don't always share them because sometimes even that shit sound crazy, that shit weird, so we don't share. It. It's a thought, but when you try to manufacture or create something, then we got that's what I'm saying. Allegedly, that's what I'm saying. Like, by you, that's like I'm not even. I promise y'all, man. I'm being humble. But if y'all like, man, this shit is really weird. It's weird. And I seen if I can call you play by play, and it's something happening right now, and I'm not even gonna say it because if the person don't see it, then like I said, I ain't here to expose nobody. But I heard this man say this yesterday. Maya Angelou said, "Believe people are who they show you they are." I heard that man say it yesterday, and I hope he see it because I mean, if you do something to somebody who ain't doing something, somebody else got a history, easier to convince people. So, but we gonna be back to our regularly scheduled program tonight. I want to talk about gratitude and appreciation, but I also want to talk about I promised Nate we can talk about troll. I think that Ryder, what's up, brother? So, but then I want to talk about what I just said too. You know, because we do put the limits. Our limitations are the ones we put on ourselves. And I tell myself that every time. And you know why I tell myself that? Because of the theory that we can get together and build. And people say, no, we can't. And I just say that use this example, but that's still a limit. And like I said, I found a way. I found a way. You just got to get the like-minded thinkers and the like-minded hearted people willing to come together for the prosperity of the group. Because when the group is prosperous, every individual is prosperous too. But when you get a group of people and one person put their prosperity needs over the group, that's how shit implode all the time. That's how this society is imploded, right? Even right now, the conditions that we're in is because there's groups of people who feel they better than other groups. So they do things to oppress those groups of people. And by doing so, you have what we see now: separation, division. Because you got to continue that cycle, right? Because once you try to hold somebody down, they're going to try to get up, no matter what. That's just natural. When you hold people down, you're going to try to get up. And the more they try to get up, the more weight you got to put on them, keeping them down. And then it becomes a power struggle. And that's what we living in now in society. The ones that have, the ones that have not. Because if the ones that have not get to have, then the ones that have feel like it's being taken away from them. So everybody fighting. Some fighting for the same position. Some fighting better for a better position. But that's how that works. And even on a micro, on YouTube, it works like that. People think you can actually take subs from them. Like, bro, there's over 1 billion people on this planet. How you stealing subs? Unless you just telling stories about one person, so a group of people supporting them can go to the other group. But if we all just making content, building with one another, that ain't nobody taking stuff. I don't know. This whole competition with one another, that shit got to end. We got to start complimenting one another. You know, all our differences, we come together and make a beautiful picture. Just like puzzle pieces. All the pieces different. They all got a different picture on it. But when you put it together, it's an old picture. But then you got to put the right pieces together, right? And that's the formation and the structure. You know, not only do you need the right people, but you got to have structure and formation because without it, it's just a bunch of puzzle pieces. You know, so I mean, those are things that got to come together for us to work with one another. See, is a strategy, right? And then we get more people and they add to that. Or they take away something. Okay, we don't need that. Let's put this there instead of that. That's how you build. That's just a rough draft. That's just the start. That's somewhere to start. Now we get the collective minds and build on that. Or somebody else got an idea. That's the whole point. Just because we think different, that shouldn't keep us separated. The only thing that should keep us separated is those who want prosperity for themselves versus who willing to buy in for the prosperity of the group. That's how tribes are born. That's how tribes are developed. That's how tribes have sustained. It wasn't the prosperity of the individual. It was more about the group. That's how civilizations have started, and that's why civilizations is ended. Because you start like that, and then you get that greedy motherfucker in there who want to dominate and rule everything, and the shit fall. Miss April, how you doing? And then the civilization fall. You know, that's how it start, but that's how it ends. That's why they say it takes a village to raise a child. That's even with us after we mature from children. It takes a village to sustain a village. It still take all of us working together, helping one another. That's what it takes. We can't do that by division. If we got problems, like we are grown, man. Like I tell people, I'm not unapproachable. You know, it's plenty of people since y'all seen it last night. Kalani did it in his way, Nate did it in his way. Perp usually raw with it. So y'all don't see the messages Perp send me. Like, what the hell is you doing this? No, Perp be on me. And me and her ain't beefing. She asked me a question, and either I say, damn, I didn't notice that, or I explain it, and then she like, oh, that's what that meant. And that's it. We grown, we adults. Lovey, what up? What up, Sean? We adults. We can talk, you know. But then when you go, like I said, I don't. First of all, I don't know what I did. Not only do I know what I did, I don't know how I became the devil. You done blocked me. Like you told people to watch out because allegedly this. So like, hold on, bro. What? I didn't even know this about me. You know. So it's like we adults. And I'm a young black brother. At least pull me up, pull my coattail, give me the benefit of the doubt. I don't even use the N word. Come on now. So you know I'm not ignorant. But I mean, that shit crazy to me. That's what I'm saying. You picked the wrong dude to turn to a villain, man. There's other people out there who would have willingly been a villain. Not me, bro. Ain't got the time or the energy for it. I got a whole wife at home. Dominique, what up? I got a whole wife at home. I already got to deal with her. I'm not trying to deal with no more problem. No female. I'm not saying female's a problem. I'm just saying I got a whole wife at home. If I want a problem with a female, I'm straight. I don't even fuck with her. Get her way. I'm straight. So yeah, we gotta. That's all we gotta do. It's not hard. If we can't get along, we need to get along. Like get. We can't get along. Gotta get along. Get away from each other because that shit crazy, man. That be your own people doing the most, doing the most, and it's sad because you expect it. That's the sad part. You almost anticipate it. It's like black people. They can't help but to fuck with a good black person. They see a motherfucker. They try to make them a villain, and eventually they even had Will Smith slap somebody. Come on now. Will Smith got so tired of people calling him a pussy and a punk and the rapper that don't cuss. He got so tired of that shit. The first opportunity he found, he slapped Chris Rock. Out of all people, yeah, your training day moment on, you pick Chris Rock. Like, come on, man. They even push Will Smith to slap somebody. Dude, shit. But let me get off here, man. Let me get to these chickens. I appreciate y'all. We gonna rock out tonight. Nick, I don't know. Uh, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I stepped on my dog foot. Told y'all I couldn't see. But let me get off here. I appreciate y'all. We gonna rock out tonight. But remember what I say, man. Care about how you feel. Conversation, build nation.